Ever seen someone's bad karma hit them like a fast break dunk in the face? Well, Marina Mabrey is living that reality right now, and it's hilarious. This is the same Marina who laughed when Dejanay Carrington poked Caitlin Clark in the eye like it was some playground prank. That smug grin? Yeah, it's not looking so cute now. Fast forward. Clark's becoming the face of the WNBA, while Marina's stuck on an island, waving her arms like a desperate hitchhiker trying to escape Connecticut. The Sun? Falling apart faster than Angel Reese's jumper. Indiana Fever? Building a squad that's starting to look like the next dynasty. And Marina? Well, she's finding out the hard way that when you mess with greatness, basketball karma will put you in your place. So, how did we get here? How did Marina go from sidekick giggles to WNBA afterthought? And what does this spectacular downfall tell us about Caitlin Clark's grip on the league's future? Get ready for a story of instant karma. Are you ready? Let's go. Marina Mabrey requesting a trade from the Connecticut Sun. Marina Mabrey thought she could ride the wave of petty drama and come out on top. Instead, she's sinking faster than the Sun's playoff hopes. It all started with that smirk, the infamous courtside laugh as Carrington jabbed Caitlin Clark in the eye like a middle school bully. Marina acted like she was at a comedy show, not witnessing a cheap shot against the face of the WNBA. But basketball fans don't forget. That moment stuck. Clips flooded social media, and while Clark shook it off with the composure of a veteran, Marina leaned into the pettiness. Big mistake. Because karma? She's got a crossover quicker than Kelsey Mitchell. Word around the league started spreading. Marina's presence was toxic, chemistry killer. The Suns' locker room was tense, and it wasn't hard to trace some of that tension back to her. Teams around the league took note. No one wants drama when they're trying to win championship. And in a league where rosters are tight and contracts are precious, being labeled a problem is the fastest way to see your career hit the bench, permanently. Front offices talk. Coaches compare notes, especially when you're already in your fourth team. Now, Marina's left refreshing her phone like it's her job, wondering why no one is trading for her. Her DMs? Empty. Suddenly, that laugh doesn't sound so sweet. Marina Mabrey. This is what Marina Mabrey said when she went to Connecticut. By the way, being a part of a team like this that is so disciplined with the championship mindset, I haven't been a part of that yet. Remember, she was traded to the Sun just back in July. But now, things done changed. Basketball fans have turned the clip of her chuckling into a meme. Her social media posts get flooded with comments like, "Still laughing," and "How's free agency treating you?" What was once a cocky grin is now a symbol of a player who fumbled her own bag. While Caitlin Clark's jersey flies off the shelves and the Fever's season ticket sales break records, Marina is watching from the sidelines, realizing too late that laughing at greatness might be the biggest mistake of her career. The Connecticut Sun thought they could play the tough team role forever. Gritty, physical, all bark, and sometimes a little bite. But now, that bark is sounding more like a desperate whimper. And the so-called bite, well, it's mostly just the team biting the dust. And I'm trying to think of teams that can afford her. Like just salary cap-wise, she is on a $200K contract. It's not a max, but it's a $200K contract. Let's be real. The Suns' locker room is looking as chaotic as the Las Vegas Aces. The chemistry, non-existent. The vibes, toxic. It's the kind of dysfunction that even Dejanay Carrington's cheap shots can't cover up. Marina Mabrey didn't just fall off individually. She helped drag the whole team into the mud. The pettiness she championed became the team's brand. Instead of focusing on winning basketball, the Sun became better known for their extracurriculars. Fouling star rookies, stirring drama, and posting cryptic tweets like teenagers. That's not a winning culture, that's a disaster movie. And now everyone is leaving, you know. Sucks for Marina Mabrey though. She wanted to leave, but her practice facility got worse, and all the best players on that team are gone. Answer. Marina happened, Carrington happened. The team got so caught up in trying to humble Caitlin Clark and chase headlines that they forgot how to hoop. And while Clark was busy climbing MVP ladders and selling out arenas, the Sun were busy making highlight reels for all the wrong reasons. But here's the thing. This meltdown isn't just embarrassing, it's franchise-altering. The WNBA is changing. Teams like the Fever are building for the future around stars like Clark. The Liberty and Lynx are stacking talent. Even the Aces, love them or hate them, still have 4 Olympians on the roster. Meanwhile, the Sun are out here trying to figure out if they need a group therapy session or a full rebuild. Fans have noticed too. Ticket sales are down. Jerseys, gathering dust. And while Clark supporters flood arenas and feverishly click buy on Fever merch, Sun fans are starting to wonder if there's even a team that will compete next year. The truth is, the Sun tried to bully their way to success. But in this new WNBA, it's the teams who build around stars like Clark that win championships. The Connecticut Sun wanted to be the enforcers. Instead, they became the punchline. If there's one person who's been working overtime to stay on the wrong side of history, it's Sheryl Swoops. Once a trailblazer in the WNBA, now she's more like the league's Facebook aunt. Dropping cold takes that nobody asked for and getting roasted in the comments. Swoops made it clear early on. She wasn't buying the Caitlin Clark hype. She questioned the attention Clark was getting, suggested other players deserved the spotlight, and took every opportunity to downplay the Fever's star rookie. But as Clark's game spoke louder and louder, Swoops didn't adjust. She doubled down. Fans noticed. Social media noticed. Swoops' take became a genre of tweets. Younger fans who grew up hearing Swoops' name with respect started questioning if she even watched the games anymore. And that's the thing, respect is earned, but it's not guaranteed forever. You can't coast on past glory while taking aim at the future of the league. It's not that Swoops had to worship Clark. Plenty of legends give honest critiques. But there's a difference between analysis and personal bias. And Swoops crossed that line a long time ago. Now, every Clark game-winning shot feels like another nail in the coffin of her credibility. Because here's the truth. Caitlin Clark is the future. Sheryl Swoops, she's starting to sound like the past. While Mabrey and the Connecticut Sun spiral into irrelevance, Caitlin Clark is doing what she does best, taking over the WNBA and making it look easy. Every time the haters try to drag her down, she just levels up. It's like watching someone hit cheat codes in real time. On the court, Clark isn't just putting up points, she's rewriting the record books. Deep threes that make defenders question their life choices. No-look passes that have teammates cutting harder than ever because they know she'll find them. She's not just a scorer, she's a system. Defenses build game plans around her, and still, she cooks them. Are you in a position where you can add some pieces? Yes, we are. We're definitely in a position, and I would think that if you are a smart basketball player and you watch the way she plays, you would want to play with her. Her three-point shooting range is absurd. She'll pull up from the logo with a hand in her face and drain it like it's a free throw. Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, and Lexi Hull are thriving alongside her, knowing that every cut, every sprint down the floor could lead to a highlight reel dime from Clark. The MVP talk, it's not early hype anymore, it's real. Fans know it, coaches know it. Even the same veterans who side-eyed her last season are starting to come around. Because when someone is this good, you can't fake respect forever. But Clark's influence stretches far beyond the box score. Her arrival has turned the Indiana Fever from a forgettable franchise into the team everyone's watching. Ticket sales are through the roof. Fever games are getting primetime slots, bumping lesser matchups off the schedule. WNBA ratings are surging. Networks know viewers tune in when Clark steps on the court. Even WNBA legends are taking notice. Sue Bird has praised Clark's poise and game-changing impact. New teammate DeWanna Bonner, a veteran champion, respects what Clark is building in Indiana. The message is clear. Clark isn't just the future, she's the present. Indiana's front office is all in too. Natasha Howard's addition brings toughness and championship experience. Kelsey Mitchell's return cements their backcourt as one of the best in the league. Sophie Cunningham and Sydney Colson's arrival brings toughness, grit, and fun off the bench. Everything is being built around Clark, and it's working. This isn't luck. It's what happens when you're that good. And for players like Mabrey, who thought their petty antics could overshadow Clark's talent, reality is setting in. Greatness wins. Every time. Clark didn't just survive the hate. She turned it into fuel. And now, she's torching the league with it. If there's one thing the WNBA miscalculated, it's the power of Caitlin Clark's fan base. Because every time someone takes a cheap shot at Clark, Whether it's Carrington on the court or Swoops behind a microphone, her supporters clap back louder. And they aren't just WNBA diehards. This is a national movement. The second Clark got poked in the eye, the internet exploded. Fans dissected every angle, every replay, every smirk from Marina. What started as a foul turned into a rallying cry, "Protect Caitlin Clark." Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, you name it, was flooded with fans calling out the disrespect and demanding better from the league. But this isn't just noise. It's shifting the WNBA's culture. Referees are being scrutinized more than ever. The league office, under pressure to ensure its rising star isn't treated like a punching bag. And teams are realizing taking cheap shots at Clark might win you a headline, but it'll cost you your reputation. Marina Mabrey laughed when Caitlin Clark got poked in the eye. Now she's sitting at home waiting for a phone call that may never come. The Connecticut Sun thought they could bully their way to the top. Now they're watching their season crumble. Sheryl Swoops kept downplaying Clark's greatness. Now every Clark highlight makes her look more out of touch. That's not coincidence, that's karma. Caitlin Clark didn't need to clap back on social media. She didn't need to start drama in press conferences. She let her game speak, and the results are undeniable. She's dominating on the court, lifting the fever, and transforming the entire WNBA. Meanwhile, the haters are falling one by one. Because this league is changing. The players who elevate the game are thriving. The ones who try to drag it down, they're getting left behind. So the next time someone tries to take a cheap shot at Clark, they might want to think twice. Because karma? She's got Clark's back, and she's got a jumper just as powerful. Do you agree? Let us know in the comments.